Is anyone else struggling to be motivated or to eventually create a discipline routine for you? I've been struggling a lot, and instead of bombarding myself with a lot of habits at once, I decided let's just focus on something minute. And being disciplined, consistent, and motivated, there is one thing in common that will really help you to stay put together, which is your mental health. If your mental health is fine, you will function fine. And if you go back in history of your life, you will realize journaling and reading really helps to calm your mental health if it's not calm. So I decided let's just focus this week on a lot of journaling, reading. The thing with journaling is I always try to avoid when I want to hide myself something. So here is me, like full week of trying to evaluate a good routine or habit of journaling first thing in the morning and last thing before going to bed, and also reading every now and then. I usually do work from home these days for maybe past 2 months. From next month I will do work from office, and that is the time where I think it will be difficult for me to set in the routine. But it's better that I am building this habit just now, so that when it comes to later, it will be second nature to me. Ever since I started journaling a bit more, I have become more calmer and more thoughtful of myself.
Fantastic.
I have also reflected a lot on my personal growth. Where am I heading to? What things I need to take care of in my personal and professional life. But all of this really helped me to just figure things out eventually. Also, how does the consistency part comes in over here is when you actually wake up at a reasonable time before you want to leave the house. For me, it was an exception because I was working from home. I could just pull out a book and read any time of the day if I'm being bored at work. But the thing is, I took an extra effort to get up a little bit earlier than I would, and then I will just take out the journal, start writing the positive affirmations, and then start reading eventually, then start my day with having a cup of coffee before suhoor. So these are the things that I actually paid attention to and took care of to be more consistent in journaling and reading. While journaling, I at first did not have a lot of things to write. I used to just write 2 3 lines. Then, for a few weeks, I started writing some paragraphs, and eventually, I ended up writing about 2 pages a day, which is a lot of thoughts. And I think I have even more. I was always hiding my feelings and not confessing to myself. So that was the thing I really worked on, and oh my god, I cannot even begin on telling you guys how affirmations have eventually helped me to become more positive, more thoughtful of myself. I have kept writing affirmations without even actually believing it, to be honest, at first. And then when I wrote everything so consistently, I started to kind of believe it, and then I eventually believed it. So there was like a phase up and down, but I felt so nice after writing these things. Hi guys, so the war is not ending, and I'm worried, and I want to go home back to India, but right now it's not possible due to my work, and also the airports are being attacked, and I'm scared. But not to worry, we are still positive. It's Ramadan and we don't want any negativity. I'm just focusing on my deen just now. Anyways, yeah, I hope that you guys are safe as well. Honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna stay put and we're going to pray a lot, so everything will be fine. Anyways, it's a nice weather out today. I started journaling. I eventually lost track of journaling when I came to Dubai. I just sometimes, I realized that whenever I do not want to journal, I'm usually blocking my feelings or hiding something from myself to confess. So whenever I journal, I don't know why kids yell when I start filming. Anyways, so usually when I do not journal, I usually hide something from myself, or I don't want to confess the truth to myself. So I decided, you know what, I need to start worrying about why am I hiding and what feelings that I'm hiding. And since last night I started to write a lot, wrote a lot actually, not gonna lie. And then kids. Yeah, I think I'm gonna continue this habit. Also, I did not lost track of book reading, but I was reading significantly less, like a 2-page reading session. So I decided I need to start grinding. And you need to always build the discipline to sit down and go through all the 400-500 pages book. And I always like to challenge myself to always take some difficult English vocabulary books that challenge me eventually to think better, to research about words if I don't understand something. So I like to challenge myself in that sort of way, and I'm taking Robert Greene. Robert Greene is my favorite author. I loved his writing, I loved his skills, I loved his ability. I always watch his podcast, and I also get to know about the books that he writes. In Dubai, I think there was an event around 6th and 7th March where Robert Greene came. I could not afford to go to that event, but maybe in future I can attend one of his events where he speaks about his books.